The Golden Harps Orchestra is a steel drum band. We just like music.
Playing the steel drums is very tiring.
They all come back to my house. I cook this big West Indian food.
This food is terrible.
There's too much fat, there's too much salt.
What's wrong with my cooking?
I thought they loved the food that I cook.
Who says this white boy don't have rhythm?
I'm Chef Ezra. In my world, flavor comes first.
I'm Julie, the nutritionist. In my world, nutrition is everything.
You gotta call it for your health.
Maybe pasta?
Pasta.
In Italian food?
It has to go. The fat is out of control.
Who cooks under these circumstances?
The Golden Harps Orchestra is a steel drum band. It's a group of people, all a variety of people. Whether we're Canadian, we're Jamaican, Trinidadian, other cultures, we just like music.
Playing the steel drums is very tiring.
It's a big commitment to the band. We play a lot. We do practices 3 times a week, sometimes 4.
To lift a drum that's twice my size is very difficult, and I need all the energy that I can get.
Everybody's hungry, so they all come back to my house. I cook this big West Indian food.
This food is terrible.
I'm going to be making jerk pork. I'm also going to be frying some chicken, and then I'm going to put the fried chicken in with stir-fried with vegetables. I love to cook, and no one else would do it. I'm just going to put a little bit of the brown sugar in with the vegetables to add some gravy.
I appreciate her cooking for us because she's really the only one who cooks.
I love cooking for them, but it can be a challenge.
But how is Alice supposed to work with us? With your allergies, my allergies, your...
My high blood pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're like, don't put in this, put in that. That's too much of this. There's not enough of that.
You always tell me you want tasty food. It's all right there.
Yeah, but can you make tasty food with look what? Look at that. Look at oil. Look at what? Yeah. It's just swimming in oil. It's floating.
And just eat it.
I just get frustrated to the point where I'm going to cook it the way I cook it, and if you eat it, eat it. If you don't, well, eat something else.
It's not very good.
I don't really pay a lot of attention to nutrition because the islands is all about flavor. We put in what we need to make it flavorful, and if it's nutrition, it's good. If it's not, it's like, oh well.
Ezra, Julian called us in because Alice is cooking on an island surrounded by frying oil.
But the problem is, each of these steel drummers is from a different island and they have their own traditions with food. So Alice is handcuffed.
Alice is drowning everything in brown sugar, salt, and she still uses coconut cream.
I need to show Alice that she can create a whole new Caribbean cuisine so that they're in harmony.
In rhythm.
There you go.
Got it.
Hey, Julian, how are you?
Good. Alice, I invited a few friends along. This is Julie.
Yeah.
She's a nutritionist. And this is Ezra. He's a chef.
Yeah. Well, why do we need them here?
They're here to just help us out with your cooking.
Yeah. What's wrong with my cooking?
Needs a bit of improvement.
All the time. Improvement with what?
Ezra?
Can we just join you? Can we sit down?
All right,
Do you
all
mind?
right. I really don't understand why Julian called in Julie and Ezra.
I could eat the veggies, maybe.
You're gonna love the vegetables. There's some brown sugar in there to make it nice and sweet.
Brown sugar? Alice is living in Wonderland if she thinks that eating this way is okay.
Can we dig in?
Try it.
All right.
Yes.
Did you try the hot yet?
It's hot.
How hot can it be? It's good, but it's hot.
I know these guys are steel drummers, but you're gonna steal years off their life if they keep eating this way.
It's too salty. It's too oily.
There's too much fat, there's too much salt.
Alice, honey, it's just, it's too heavy.
I thought they loved the food that I cook.
I just know that I have to do double time on the treadmill whenever we eat.
But you're the one who's always asking me to cook the food from the islands.
I know.
Is this the food that you remember from Jamaica?
I do.
I have to show Alice how to keep the comfort level in this food.
I can't have any pork, which I love, and you just put it there to torture me. I know you do.
You can't eat pork.
No, I'm allergic to pork. She knows that. But there's chicken in the vegetables.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Double fried chicken.
How else can you fry meat if you don't put oil in the pan?
You can cook meat without frying.
No, that is not the way we do it in the islands.
You're not even from the islands.
It doesn't matter, that's where I cook.
Alice was on the defensive. She did not like us arriving.
I got high blood pressure. and it's too much salt.
You went and put ice cream underneath my bananas. I'm lactose intolerant.
You mentioned the coconut cream in the rice. I tolerated that.
What happens when you eat a lot of coconut?
I break out
itchy?
in like hives and.
We have to take allergies seriously.
Yeah.
Because Alice, if we don't take allergies seriously, they get worse. We have to get serious about these health issues.
Will you spend some time with Julie and I? We're gonna cook together. We're gonna show you a new way. We're gonna keep the traditional island flavors.
And the nutrition's gonna rock.
I want them to enjoy my food. I didn't know all of this stuff that everybody has brought up. So if you can make it better, but it has to be tasty.
Alice, that sounds like a yes to me.
It's a yes.
Yes? Okay. Let's raise our glasses, guys. This is to Alice and cooking to a new beat.
Cheers!
Cheers!
This is gonna be a tough one. I don't want to cross that lady. She is like...
She holds her own.
Yes.
But Julie, there's a lot of challenges here because there's so many restrictions amongst the group.
We have really high blood pressure with Terry.
Yep.
We have a lactose intolerance. We have a coconut allergy. This is serious stuff.
No nuts.
No nuts.
All of these restrictions, it's like we're handcuffed. How are we going to create authentic Caribbean cuisine without any of these ingredients?
I'm glad that somebody's here to maybe show her another way.
You feeling a little bruised?
I can't believe everything they said.
Well, it took a lot of courage because they are clearly intimidated, maybe even completely scared of you.
I mean, I guess I gotta start listening to what they have to say, although I still think I'm a good cook.
I understand why Alice is so upset. She has been cooking this way for years.
I want you to come show me what you love, your seasoning, your flavors. But then I'm going to help infuse some healthy versions of that. You up for that? You want to go shopping?
Okay, I'm willing to go and do that. But if I do that, they're playing at a gig. That means you have to go take my spot.
Good thing I got so much rhythm.
I hope so. Wait, we need more of this.
No.
Why do we not?
The root of the problem.
But it still makes a good gravy.
Ezra on the drums was awesome.
Who says this white boy don't have rhythm?
The Golden Harps Orchestra is a steel drum band.
This food is terrible.
There's too much fat, there's too much salt.
What's wrong with my cooking?
She did not like us arriving.
When I went shopping with Julie, it was very interesting. She picked up things that I may not have noticed before.
Tamarind. Tamarind is fantastic. It's rich in iron, it's rich in magnesium. The iron in tamarind, good for energy, and the magnesium, excellent for balancing your blood pressure.
These guys are awesome. How am I gonna go up there and do what they do? I've never had a lesson in my life. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I will put my hands in Terry's and I will trust him and know that he's not gonna embarrass me.
For somebody who holidays so much in the Caribbean and really prides herself on cooking West Indian, I found it fascinating that some of the healthiest and best ingredients she hadn't even tasted yet. So I loved going shopping with her. Have you had papaya before?
I've never had papaya.
You've never had it?
I've never had it.
It's incredible. Papaya is rich with about 1,000 milligrams of potassium. Can you imagine?
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Well, we need a lot.
Okay, ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Ezra on the drums was awesome.
I thought for a white boy, it would be a little bit difficult for him to get into the groove, but he was awesome. He was really good.
Wait, we need more of this.
No, we do not need more of this.
Why do
This
we
is
not?
the root of the problem. High sugar diets have been shown to raise cholesterol. So you have to worry about sugar as much as you have to worry about fat when you're worried about heart disease.
But it still makes a good gravy.
Who says this white boy don't have rhythm? Alice, you made a very traditional West Indian meal with your jerk pork and your double fried chicken stir fry.
Swimming in grease and sugar.
We are going to take a lot of the flavors from classic West Indian cuisine, but we're going to update it. We have to change a lot of the ingredients
and I have to teach her some new techniques.
What is more West Indian than roti?
Oh, nothing.
Right?
I love
But roti can be just white flour. This is spelt roti. Whole grain goodness.
And for our filling, what do you think about goat?
I love goat.
Do you?
I love
And what about the group? Do they like goat?
Oh, they all love goat.
Great. A lot of people in North America are a little timid about goat, but just keep in mind that it's sweet, it's low fat, incredibly high in nutrition, and incredibly sustainable.
We are gonna start with marinating our goat in a classic curry.
That is full of the turmeric that's really powerfully anti-inflammatory.
And a little bit of allspice.
Nice.
All right, and we'll marinate it because that's what's traditional on the islands, right? You marinate it, let the flavors develop a little bit, and then we brown it off.
With brown sugar normal.
No.
How are you
Goat
gonna
as sweet as it is. You don't need that. Okay.
And then we'll let this sit in the fridge for about an hour.
You didn't go too fiery with that curry.
No.
I'm really hoping that this time I can come away from the table without heartburn.
A real classic island dessert is banana chips, right? They love to snack on them.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They're typically deep fried. And we're not going there. There's no need. Because if you dehydrate them, we're gonna get that same delicious crispiness without the grease.
And I love dehydrating ingredients because what you're doing is evaporating the natural moisture and concentrating the sugars, right? So you end up with this really intense, flavorful food.
Alice is a tough customer. She thinks she knows everything about Caribbean cuisine.
I like to call bananas my potassium sticks because there's 400 milligrams of potassium per banana. So this is great for balancing blood pressure. And our lime juice, a great source of vitamin C. And vitamin C does more than boost our immune system. It's great for our skin. And I love ginger, powerfully anti-inflammatory, gives a kick.
I'm hoping that they'll bring forward a healthier menu, which will, you know, nourish us at the same time, keep us healthy.
And all we need to do is turn this on for about 6 hours. Now don't worry, I did make some ahead, so we are good for dinner.
Let me show you how to make a delicious salad.
They want to take out sugars. If you can get them to eat it, all the better. They want to take out salt.
And now we need our booze.
What? You didn't talk to me about booze.
I thought they loved the food that I cook.
I'm hoping that they'll bring forward a healthier menu.
We have to get serious about these health issues.
All right, Alice, now that our meat has been marinating, we can start browning it off.
Julie and Ezra want to change so much about the way I cook.
The browning of the goat is so important. A lot of people have a tendency to move things around, but if you leave it alone and let the pot and the heat do the work, you'll have beautifully caramelized meat.
Brown sugar is out, proper caramelization is in.
Now, Alice, we add a little bit more oil and we start layering even more flavors. We start with carrots, celery, and onion.
All I see is fiber, nice healthy cellulose and soluble fiber.
Now, a little bit of chopped garlic and some chopped ginger.
Ah, and I love ginger because it's hot, but it can actually help to heal heartburn.
Now we need our booze.
What? You didn't talk to me about booze.
What do you mean? It's the islands, Julie. How can you have food without rum?
I'm telling you not to use brown sugar and now you're going for rum?
Can we just use a little bit?
All right.
It's for the flavor.
The only reason why I'm saying it's okay is it doesn't actually spike your blood sugar when you ferment it like that.
So then what's the problem?
Because it's booze.
But it's rum for island people.
One more little bit of booze. This is white wine. And the purpose of the white wine is for acid.
And white wine's so much better than using a high sugar rum.
This is our flavor profile, okay? Everything is in here that's gonna make the goat taste delicious.
Not quite. I think we should add some tamarind. It's gonna add extra fiber, extra B vitamins.
And I think this is a great addition because it's sweet, but it's also tart.
I tend to think of food that is nutritious doesn't have any flavor.
So we add our goat back into the pot and we cover with some stock. This is chicken stock without any salt. We want to be able to control the amount of salt that we put in our stew.
The salt in stock can be outrageously high and you don't know it.
They want to take out sugars, they want to take out salt. How can you take out all of that sort of thing and bake it the way we like it?
Alice, while our curried goat cooks, let me show you how to make a delicious salad that has some flavors of the Caribbean and some flavors not from the Caribbean.
Yes,
okay?
real local produce.
Yeah.
And if you can get them to eat it, all the better.
Right.
You don't
Right?
think?
Well, you know how much trouble I have trying to get them to eat all the stuff I cook,
Right.
so now you're taking away from the islands and you want them to try something different. So, good luck.
I wish we could find a way where we could make it better, that we all could enjoy it.
Let's start with our vinaigrette, and we are going to make a papaya vinaigrette, because what is more tropical than papaya? We easily scoop the papaya right into our blender, and this is the base of our vinaigrette, okay? Some fresh ginger, a little bit of cilantro, some lime juice, the acid, and for a little more acidity, we add some rice vinegar. We'll blend this up, get it nice and smooth, and then we'll add some olive oil to it. A vinaigrette made with fruit as the base, like papaya, will be spectacular because it's gonna be sharp but sweet. These flavors will go perfectly with the salad. Now we start assembling our salad. So we'll start with our beautiful Boston lettuce. And Alice, these asparagus spears have been cooked quickly in boiling water. Now our delicious mango.
I love mangoes. They're rich in vitamin A.
And for a little bit of sharpness, we'll use some red onions.
Great for reducing allergies.
And now, Alice, our avocado, okay? Do you know how to work with avocado?
No.
With a sharp knife, you just run your knife around, give a little twist, pop. Okay?
When I cooked with Julie and Ezra, it was eye-opening.
To finish up our salad, we just drizzle our vinaigrette over top, making sure we hit all the points, and our salad is done.
I'm a little apprehensive.
Take a look at this. The meat is so tender. Now there's a few ingredients we want to add just to finish it off. We'll start with some rice milk.
So the reason for rice milk and not a different kind of milk?
It's wonderful because it's lactose-free.
We need to thicken up our curried goat.
And instead of using starch or fat, it's konjac root and a little bit of seaweed, my favorite ingredient, of course. So we're not adding calories to our stew.
And now, Alice, we have our callaloo.
And if you can't find this, it's easy to use spinach as a substitute.
We'll just let the callaloo cook down and get soft and tender. It'll be so good. All right, Alice, this is it. What do you think? Does it look good?
It looks good, but thickening with some kind of fiber or whatever, gel or whatever it is, I don't know.
This was a big challenge.
I just hope they don't kill all the flavor.
I was unsure about what they were cooking and that our group liked it.
Let's get them fed.
I'm really hoping that this time I can come away without heartburn. Thickening with some kind of fiber or whatever, I don't know.
This is going to be a tough one.
This was a big challenge. There were so many restrictions amongst the group.
Hope that this meat is not swimming in oil like we usually do.
I hope she doesn't do that pork again because it looked so good and I couldn't even tell whether it was good or bad. I couldn't have any.
What do you think? Are these guys gonna like this?
I'm going to be a little optimistic about this because it looks very good. It looks very appealing.
All right.
Nutrition.
Let's get them fed.
Okay.
Hey guys!
Hey!
My bandmates!
Let me tell you what we've got, all right? Instead of Alice's jerk pork double fried chicken stir fry, we have roti with curried goat.
Okay.
We've got vitamin A, B, C, magnesium, potassium, everything. This is just the most nutritious stew.
And for the roti, this is a special kind of roti. This is spelt.
Spelt with chickpea, providing extra protein and extra fiber, keep your blood sugar nice and balanced.
And really good flavor. And this is a salad with some West Indian flavors and also some local ingredients with a delicious papaya vinaigrette.
And last but not least, you guys are probably familiar with banana chips, right? They're typically deep fried. We've done a lovely version that's dehydrated and has spices on it. And this is great energy food when you're practicing or performing.
All right, guys, dig in.
Sop it up.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Do you think the taste is authentic?
taste is good. It's really, really good. Yeah, I think you did a great job.
Thank you. I was nervous.
Their roti tastes pretty good. That's good. I didn't think I missed anything from a Trinidadian roti.
It is probably the best I've ever had.
Outside of the Caribbean, it's the best Caribbean food you've had?
No, even inside.
You're kidding.
Best curried goat these guys have had inside or outside of the Caribbean.
This is awesome. I'm really excited.
It's very good. It's right. I gotta give you a high five on that one.
Yeah!
That meal was it was good. The flavor was still there.
I'm surprised that you guys could make this thing and still keep the taste and cut down on the calories.
This is healing.
This
healing cuisine, man.
This is eating food without having to take tablets.
Nice, nice. We've created cuisine that is so happy, so much like a party, but it's imparting incredible, serious nutrition. Really, this is about 1/3 the calories that we ate at lunch.
Really?
Yes.
So you're saying that I can eat 3 times this amount?
I particularly was very fond of the banana chips. I love the banana chips. I used to eat these when I was in school. I love them.
And isn't it great to know they're not deep fried?
When I tasted it, I was very surprised. I'm glad it's as tasty as it was, because that was my biggest worry.
You think we might need to move to the Caribbean?
At least become honorary citizens or something.
I would like to thank Julie and Ezra for showing me a different way of cooking. I never expected the outcome from this meal preparation to be what it was. I have found a quicker way, a healthier way to help everybody in the group and have fun doing it.
Let's raise our glasses. This is to finding a new rhythm.
And finally in sync.
These guys love curried goat roti.
I wasn't missing a thing. All the flavor notes were there,
Yep.
but the nutrition was triple what they're used to at 1/3 the calories. That is magic.
Did you hear a bunch of them say it was the best they'd ever had inside and outside of the West Indies?
Okay, that's incredible. I think I need to grow you dreadlocks or something.
How'd I look?
Not so much.
No, man.
Okay, no man.
For recipes and more, visit ownca.oprah.com/healthygourmet.